Welcome to Moms That Cuss, where motherhood is real, life is chaotic, and we say the words other moms pretend they don't. We're your hosts, Tiff and Tee, bringing real life, raw, and non-judgmental conversations about chaos, kids, and clapbacks. Let's get into this shit.
Oh my God. Hey, girl.
Hey!
Oh my gosh. I'm really excited. I got butterflies because I can't believe we're finally doing this. So, welcome to Moms That Cuss, the official podcast. Woohoo!
Yay!
About it.
We did it.
We did it. We did it. How you feel about everything?
Nervous, fun,
Nervous.
excited.
Nervous and excited. Me too. I guess we could start off by introducing ourselves. I am T. I am one of the creators of Moms That Cuss, and you are?
Tiff.
Tiff is the other creator of Moms That Cuss, and we are so excited to finally start this podcast, something that we've been wanting to do for so long, probably only about
23 years, give or take, right?
23 years, 69 minutes, 15 hours.
Some shit like that, right?
Right. So we've been wanting to do this for a really long time, and we finally decided that we needed to just go ahead and do it, which gets us into why we actually started the podcast. Do you want to tell us why, or tell them, I should say, why we decided to actually start the podcast?
We decided to start the podcast because I called you one day after my kids got out of school, driving me crazy, right? And I was like, girl, what the fuck? They always do. And I was like, why the fuck are we over here struggling with these crazy ass kids and husbands, right? And all these other people are online recording their lives, making money. And we're over here slaving away at these jobs, dealing with these kids and these husbands, not making money. When we could go online and do the same shit, right? And you were like, right, we should. And that was, again, like 15 years ago, you know? And so finally, I moved a state away. And even though we were right up the street from each other in the same neighborhood, you know, seeing each other multiple times a day. But we waited until I moved a state away, you know, 3.5 hours later to actually make a podcast.
Right. Which is so crazy because you were literally 6 minutes walking distance when I take my time. If I
Yes.
actually walk fast, I could probably get there in 3. Yeah. And we didn't do it. So, you know, sometimes it takes distance. Distance makes the heart grow fonder is what I heard. So, yeah.
That's what it
So
is.
basically,
Our hearts weren't fond enough.
right. I had to miss you a little bit more. You had to miss me a little bit more. And it finally gave me the courage to be like, oh, let's just
There
do
it
it.
is. There it is.
Which also is really funny because we've talked about it for so long. And one day you just text me and sent the logo. Like, so this is the logo.
We're doing this shit. We are doing this shit.
And then you're like, oh, good morning. And I probably should have asked, do you still want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, I still want to do this. And good morning also.
You had no
And that's
choice.
so
I've already
funny.
made the logo. You're doing this.
Right? You're like, wait, hold on. I probably should have asked first. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. And good morning. It was really crazy. Um, and gosh, that was like 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah, it moved real quick.
yeah, so we hit the ground running right from there. You know, I thank you for being the initiator and saying like, T, stop fucking around and let's do this shit because now this is where we're at with it.
Because we'd be
So yeah.
procrastinating. Starting projects and not finishing them.
Exactly, which is actually the story of my life. So we're not doing that this time. We're like doing it. We're doing this. So yeah, you guys buckle up, get ready for the ride. And during our podcast, we plan to bring you guys real conversations, Just the real shit, like all things real. We're not trying to sugarcoat nothing. We want to have fun. We want to laugh. We don't want anyone to feel judged, and we don't necessarily want to feel judged either. We want this to be a safe space where we can talk shit, have a good time, be relatable with other people, and have people relate to us. And yeah, I think that with all of that being said, I think we'll have a great time. What do you think?
I'm excited.
Okay. Cool. So now that we've got that established, I would like for us to talk about how we actually met, because that's even funnier than how we even started the podcast. So, would you like to do the honors?
Yeah. So, what, sixth grade year for Jordan and Zakai. Jordan is my daughter. Zakai is T's son. And they started dating, and it went horrible. Their relationship, it was so bad. Um,
It
but
started out
and
really good though.
yeah, it turned out great because we grew a great friendship out of it. They hate each other. They won't speak to each other at all. But yeah, we are doing
Yeah,
great. We love each other. We're like extended family at this point.
right.
Um, yeah.
Which is so weird because Jordan is like, I love her. I love her.
And your family loved Jordan. I remember like when they were dating and something happened with Jordan and Kai, and your dad was there and was like pep talking Kai and was like, "We love her. She's such a great kid." And he was like, "I'm going to marry her one day." And we were like, "Okay." I mean, they were like legit planning their fucking wedding, and Jordan thought she was going to get married to him. And we were like, "All right. I mean, we're good with being in laws." And
Yes.
then I don't know what the hell happened, but they were only supposed to be together for us to meet. That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm convinced it was literally only for us. Because, whatever they had going on, it's just null and void at this point. Because you're not going anywhere and I'm not going anywhere. We're kind of like bound for life.
That's
So
it.
thank you to Jordan and Zakai.
Yes.
But um, true story, I remember when Zakai came home and I was like, after the first time he had hung out with you guys, I was like, son, did you have a good time? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, were they nice and whatever? And he was like, yeah, mom, she reminds me of you. And I was like, oh shit, me? Because I already know what it's like around here. Oh, yeah. And he's like, yeah. And then I think afterwards, maybe sometime or another, we ended up getting on the phone and we were talking. And can you elaborate? Do you remember us talking about it? And you're like, yeah, it's a shit show over here.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, I can tell you, okay, so there was one time, and I know we've talked about this before, but there is this one time, and I knew we were going to be best friends after this moment. So Kai went shopping with us. We were out. It was me, Kai, and the three kids because Asher wasn't born at that time. And we went into Walmart. And I was pushing the cart, Kai and Jordan were walking and the other two, and, like, the kids were just acting like crazy in the store, and I get really overworked and overwhelmed, especially if I'm alone in the store with the kids and they start acting up, and so I just, like, leave the wagon and down the aisle we were at and start walking towards the entrance like I was making a beeline straight for the fucking exit, like, I could not get out of there quick enough. I mean, they were so embarrassing. And poor Kai grabs the wagon and he starts pushing it. And I'm like, no, no, baby, no, no, no. We're not doing this today. We're just gonna go back to the car. I can't. I can't. And he was like so cool about it. And so yeah, my mom does that sometimes too. It's okay, I get it. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Um, like your mom knows how this goes. It was like that moment I was just like, oh, okay, me and his mom, we're gonna be cool. We're gonna be cool. Because like if she has these like mental breakdowns in the middle of the store the way I do when the kids acting up. And so like every time he would come over, he would be like, oh, you're just like my mom. It's okay. She says the same things or she does the same things. And I'm like, Okay, so I'm not just the only crazy one over here.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. He would literally be like, yeah, she's a lot like you, Mom. And I'm like, she can't be. There's just no way. Because, like, I know what it's like over here. There's no way.
Nobody's this dysfunctional as we
Yeah,
are.
like
We
this
are.
can't happen. It
Yeah.
can't happen. But,
Or like, how many times like would I call you or you call me at like picking up the kids from school and I'll be like, girl, what the fuck? Let me tell you what happened today at school. And then I go into like some crazy story about one of the kids doing something. And you're like, no way. Like, I had that same shit happen. Da, 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 da. And we're just like, we literally live the same life. Or how many times do we wind up in the same place at the same time? Like,
yeah. And not only do we live the same life in that aspect, but we have kids that are in ninth grade now that dated, and we have kids both with the same name, Brooklyn,
yes,
and
in
then
the same grade.
in the same grade. And then take it a step further, and our 9-year-olds are one day apart in the same grade as well. So, I mean, I'm like, there just can't be another person whose life is that much identical to mine. Like, there just can't be.
Crazy.
Although you don't have the twins. You don't have the twin aspect of it.
I don't have the twins and you don't have the 10-month-old. So
Yeah.
there's that. Yeah.
I'm not really sure how you do it.
Although you knew I was pregnant before my own husband did. So there's also that.
So we'll definitely have to get into that aspect on another podcast because that was crazy. But I hope Marvin's not mad at me for that because I actually knew before he did.
No, he's good.
What'd you say?
As I know he's good.
Because I was proud. That's like a brag moment. That's like I get bragging rights. I knew first. Like the very first one. But yeah, so anyways, I'm glad that we met. I'm glad we met. I'm thankful for our kids who brought us together. I'm thankful for our friendship that we still keep to this day. But yeah, so there is that. But we also want to let you guys know that we plan to do our podcast going forward every week. Our next podcast, what we plan to do is actually give a formal introduction of ourselves, let you guys know a little bit about us. And after that, going forward, we will get into all the things, all the shit. We're getting into all of it. So just bear with us as we navigate this new podcast situation that we're so excited about. But we'll be dropping this one and dropping another one right after. So this is going to conclude our Moms That Cuss first official podcast episode. And thank you guys again for tuning in. And if you don't mind, please leave us some type of review about how you liked the podcast. If there's anything that you would like to hear from us, we'd also like your feedback on that. And yeah, that's all I got. So until next time, y'all.
Bye.
All right. Talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out with us on Moms That Cuss. If you laughed, related, or felt seen, go ahead and subscribe, share, or send this to another mom who needs the real stuff. Until next time, keep the chaos, the kids, and the clapbacks rolling.